Hi, everyone. Thank you guys for joining me. My name is Lawrence Charles. I'm the founder and CEO of Charles & Company.
And my name is Z Scott. I am the project coordinator for the VEDC's Watts Entrepreneur Business Accelerator. The VEDC is proud to endorse Lawrence Charles of Charles & Company. In the fall of 2019, Lawrence Charles launched a successful Kiva campaign, and he was able to successfully raise $10,000 to increase the capacity of his company. And from 2016 to the present, his company's revenue has increased exponentially. The VEDC, in partnership with the City of Long Beach, Department of Economic Development, supported his successful Kiva campaign. More than a tea maker, Charles & Company is a lifestyle brand serving tea at a variety of fundraisers for foundations nationwide. The product is already in stock at the Four Seasons, the Nobu Hotel, and a number of Southern California restaurants, and boasts Orlando Bloom and Anthony Hopkins among its many fans. And additionally, Mr. Charles has launched a nonprofit initiative called Teed Up, which supports young people through his product sales and giving. Mr. Charles is a true entrepreneur and inspiration, personifying exactly what we like to see in economic development. His hard work, his dedication, and his passion for his product and community are exceptional, and we stand behind him and the Charles & Company brand as it grows and succeeds through this equity raise campaign, and encourage you to listen and purchase your shares of this dynamic and consistently growing company. Now back to you, Lawrence Charles.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys being here today. So to let you know a little bit about what Charles & Company is, we are a luxury organic and kosher tea brand. I started this company on my mountain bike, just going door to door, working through farmers markets and just building the brand that way. We slowly started to grow the brand, and now we're in a number of restaurants, a number of hotels, and also we were able to grow our online community during this process. So one of the things that I did want to speak about is just how we think about tea. For one, Charles & Company is for tea drinkers that who are dissatisfied with the generic big brand, same tasting tea. And Charles & Company is an artisanal tea brand that provides naturally sourced organic and kosher tea with unique flavors and tastes. Unlike other tea choices, Charles & Company as customers get an artisanal tea experience with a brand that has premium position backed by social proof and promotion in influential hotels and restaurants, and also through live events. For us, we're looking at a wonderful market opportunity of 12.5 billion people within the U.S., $12.5 billion within the U.S. wholesale tea market. And so we expect to approach that with scaling our brand out. And so what we're doing is we're raising $100,000 to be able to scale up our production and also be able to add some key members to do a brand rollout of our brand, and to essentially just get more people in-house to be able to grow our brand. And so that's the reason I brought you guys here today, to just tell you a little bit about what I'm working on and how we're trying to grow Charles & Company. So our success essentially have come from these amazing celebrity chefs and amazing people that has helped us to be able to grow our brand, and our community has began to grow as well. So we're now busting at the seams, and we have to grow. So we're raising a little bit of capital to be able to do so.
So Lawrence Charles, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You said that there's celebrity chefs that are currently raving about your tea. Is there any chance that Mr. Kitchen Nightmares himself, Gordon Ramsay, is one of those celebrity chefs that loves your tea?
Believe it or not, Gordon Ramsay was one that had some great things to say about our tea.
Wow. I know, as a Southern California girl, I love to name drop, I must confess. So can you tell us a little bit more about who has been raving about your tea?
Well, sure. I mean, so a number of celebrities and, which are really, really cool, interesting people. The unique challenge for us is, we enjoy having that amount of appeal. But the thing for us is being able to take what happens when really interesting celebrities like our brand, and our brand begins to grow and expand. So we have to play our part in being able to deliver to our restaurants and hotels, because as we add on a new hotel or a new restaurant, it begins to put a strain on our ability to deliver. So our brand in itself, what we do is we hand select our tea, and everything is hand blended and hand packed. So the curation of our tea is unlike what you will find with any other large tea brand. And so we have a unique opportunity because of where we sit position-wise to be able to take advantage of this $12.5 billion market opportunity within the U.S.
Now, you said 12.5 billion with a B?
With the B.
Wow, that's impressive. Now, where can people go online to participate in your equity raise campaign?
So everyone can join, everyone can go on to netcapital.com/companies /Charles. So netcapital.com/companies /Charles.
Excellent. I'm going to add that to the video description. I'll be right back.
So I do want to be able to take any questions to anyone that joined live to be able to try to help people to understand exactly what we're doing, how we're going to scale, where our company sits right now, and where we plan to go in the future. And if you guys can write your questions in the comment section, I'll be able to answer your questions as they come up.
Meanwhile, you can talk about your background.
So while we're getting some questions in, I just wanted to let you guys know exactly where where I began. So I'm an industrial designer turned entrepreneur, and I decided to start Charles & Company at a point in time when I wasn't exactly sure how to necessarily grow a business, but the opportunity was sitting in front of me where I had been drinking tea in New York City, and in my experience there led me to want to be able to take Charles & Company and grow it here in Los Angeles. So I'm looking for questions. Come on, send me some questions. I had been drinking tea in New York. So thank you, Dan. What brought me to LA? So my friends from college were here, and I decided to come on out after they invited me here to Los Angeles, and I wanted to start a tea company. Can you share a little bit about your revenue model and profit margins? Thank you, Eric. So right now, our revenue is primarily wholesale. Our online community is starting to grow. We've spent $0 toward our marketing on our online, so our cost per customer right now is pretty low. But so our wholesale revenue currently is we're doing about close to $10K a month run rate, and we're slowly growing that, and we have an opportunity to scale as we just added on a couple new restaurants this month, as well as a new hotel. And have you raised capital before? If so, how much? Thank you, Edwin. So I did raise capital through the Kiva loan, which is it's a crowd-funded loan program that is community-based. and we raised $10,000 that way. We were successful with our campaign. Currently, we're almost getting close to half of what we originally borrowed, so our repay is going by smoothly. And was one more piece of Eric's question is what's our profit margins? So currently we're sitting at 70% gross margin, and we have an opportunity to be able to now build out our distribution network. So there's enough margin there to do so. So our scalability is pretty high. Do we have any more questions coming in? So remember, guys, netcapital.com/companies/Charles. You'll be able to find our campaign, and we're able to tell a little bit more about it. VEDC, yes, what will you use the $100,000 for? So for one, we have to build our team out as well. We currently have $0 to marketing. So what we're doing is we're applying some of that capital to not only scale out our production, to be able to produce tea bags, to pick up some more clients that is a part of our pipeline right now and available, but they require tea bags. So part of that is to scale out our production and to do a brand rollout. So currently we've been more so growing on a grassroots level, operating, more in the sense of one customer at a time, going door to door. So we haven't accessed a distribution channel that would be able to give us the opportunity to be able to scale at a number of 50 to 100 to 10,000 units at a time. So what we've been doing is it's been through a lot of hustle and hard work of growing the brand, so one customer at a time. And so that's, and also to grow our e-commerce. Thank you, VEDC, for that question. And again, it's netcapital.com/companies/Charles. You'll be able to learn more about our opportunity. And VEDC, I see you have another question here. Let me take a good look here. Oh, thank you. And are you utilizing e-commerce? Thank you, Edwin. In fact, we are. Our e-commerce currently is doing quite well. We don't advertise, like I said. So there's $0 spent on marketing, and all of our customers are organically brought to the site. So even though we're growing our online community that way, our sales per unit goes from averages about $40 to $250 per transaction online. So our ability to scale there is quite high. And also, I want to also mention that we do have an opportunity to be able to work with, I like to call them distributors online, like an Amazon, who have also approached us about being sold there. So the issue with dealing with large distributors is that we have to be able to deliver to those retail sources, to those distributors. So we have to be able to build up our inventory to get to that level. Eric says, tell me more about the hustle. How did you get into the Four Seasons in Nobu? Oh, the hustle was real, Eric. Nah. So what I did was, there wasn't really an opportunity outside of just going, making great tea, going out and just selling it, and getting information from customers to find out immediately how our tea tastes, what our tea is, and hopefully be able to sell it from there. So I went door to door, and I had some amazing people, some friends of mine, really help with where I had to meet them via a number of buses, trains, or whatnot to get to their place, and they would just drop me off in places to sell my tea. And that's literally how I started. So it's been a very humble approach to that. I was fortunate because, one celebrity chef in particular has been absolutely incredible. Her name is Helena Henderson. And she, I just ride her coattails, as well as a number of other people that gave me that first opportunity. Because we've been positioned with these incredible restaurants, that put us on a radar to be able to expand out through Four Seasons and through a Nobu Hotel. And we should be adding our next hotel here next month, or actually, hopefully by the end of this month, we'll be hopefully adding our next hotel. And that's essentially how we grew our hotel side of the business. And again, we do have a pipeline of excited customers that would like to carry our brand. Unfortunately, we cannot serve them yet. That pipeline includes even cruise lines right now that are excited to have our brand. So that's one of the reasons that we are raising $100,000, is to again scale out our production to be able to answer that pipeline, and to also get within distribution to be able to scale even faster. So what we've been doing on a unit per unit basis, we've already had proof points enough in which we can grow the brand tremendously now. I have another question from Dan. Can you explain net capital a little bit? Do investors get shares in your company? Thanks. Well, absolutely. I'll try to explain as best as I can. I'm not exactly sure how much I can say that's regulated or not, but netcapital.com is a funding equity funding platform, so a Reg CF platform. So it just gives us the opportunity to be able to raise capital through our networks, in addition to the networks that may find netcapital.com and be able to sign on and purchase shares that way. And Edwin, what is the size of the team, and how do you handle quality control and customer service? Good question. So currently the team size is myself, and we hire people as needed to help with packing the tea, help with delivering the tea, keep a tight schedule, working from pretty much 5 a.m. to midnight, on a daily basis of just trying to take care of the customers, and that keeps expanding. So a part of the 100K would be to add help with, some part-time workers to be able to pack the tea, to help blend the tea, to help our process become a little bit more efficient. Our quality control, well, one of the ways that we keep quality is we only work with plantations that are organic and allow us to be able to maintain our quality within house. We keep specific dates and times in terms of length of time in which our tea should be sold or not, and we just follow through on our principles of what we believe great tea should taste like, and what we what our customers are giving us in terms of feedback. And we try to answer those questions coming from our customers as best as possible. And another question that Edwin is asking is, how do you handle quality customer service? And our customer service is, like I said, we try to answer questions as quickly as humanly possible, and that's absolutely important. We get emails. I just handled a customer that was asking about our coconut chamomile, and they were asking if we could make the blend a little bit larger so it doesn't fall through the filter. But some of our blends we have to kind of pulverize a little bit to get some certain notes to come out. So that was my explanation back to them. But one of the things that we would like to do is to be able to provide microfilters for customers to be able to purchase online as well. Eric, yes, investors can buy common stock, same equity as the founders. Thank you. I appreciate you took notice of that on Net Capital site. So investors do have an opportunity to purchase common stock, and it's $99 to participate. And one of the great opportunities is that you get a chance to participate in a founder that essentially has revenue. That's one of the things that are missing in a lot of startup companies today. We have revenue, we have proof points, we have amazing social proof and network that shows that we have the opportunity to be able to scale at a high level. And let me see, Thomas, do you work with an advertising and branding company? So I don't work with an advertising or branding company. I will take advice from some advertising or branding companies. The advice that I generally will take will just coincide with my vision for the brand. But my background is I'm a commercial artist first, and I'm an industrial designer that I have a unique set of skills to be able to kind of hash out a brand and try to keep the brand's focus and look and feel cohesive. And that's what I've just relied on is my skill set to be able to do that. So that creates some efficiency in terms of being able to spend money. And let me take a look. We have another question here. Adrian, how much per share and how do I purchase? So it's 20 cents per share. And like I said, it's $99 minimum to participate. So you can put in 99 or whatnot. So you can do the math from there, but you can find out a little bit more at netcapital.com/companies/Charles. So netcapital.com/companies/Charles. And VEDC, coconut chamomile tea. That sounds yummy. What other flavors do you have? So we have approximately undisclosed, we have about 24 flavors, around 25 flavors undisclosed, but that is essentially what we create for particular customers that we don't necessarily advertise that because that kind of raises our SKU count, and but it helps with us being able to build out our number of flavors and blends because it helps with our creativity. So for instance, I just added to our number of blends Cuban mango for one, and I actually have that right there. Our Cuban mango, I just added a honeysuckle for the springtime, and that's being made right now down in Newport Beach, which is really, really cool. Our creamy Earl Grey, our Southern Peach, our coconut chamomile. We have our black coconut pineapple, rich black, our breakfast, our number of blends that are widely drank and appreciated. And we ship as far. Also, we're international because we ship as far as Australia, India, Toronto. We ship as far as Turkey, a number of other places over in the Middle East. So we're shipping back to tea drinking regions, and that's because of what we've been able to establish here in the U.S. Also, oh, you're welcome, VEDC. And so again, I want to reiterate this: netcapital.com/Charles netcapital.com/companies/Charles. And I just want to reiterate that the opportunity right now in tea is pretty large. Again, like I said, in the U.S. alone, it's the wholesale tea market is a $12.5 billion market. There's also three things that's happening in the world right now that's kind of creating this explosion. And, that includes the explosion of value-based artisanal brands that are naturally sourced. And essentially big food companies are becoming scared and trying to save themselves. So that increases our value. And also millennials are choosing tea over coffee, and baby boomers are starting to make healthier choices. And that's essentially what the opportunity that we have sitting in front of us. The Earl Grey English breakfasts are fantastic. Thank you, Eric. I really appreciate that. So I love some more of you guys' questions. And again, it's netcapital.com/companies/Charles. So again, it's an opportunity to be able to invest in a founder that, yes, has a humble start, but we have revenue. Our margins are somewhere around 70% gross margin and a little bit higher in some places. But we have an opportunity to be able to add on distribution with focusing on distribution channels and to be able to scale the business out. In addition, we have not yet gone full retail. So we have an opportunity to be able to improve upon our packaging, which I was able to build from from just pretty much my hands and just kind of like a humble start. And we were able to focus on building that up a little bit and making it strong. Oh, thank you. Do you work with catering companies or airlines? Well, we do have some opportunity to work with airlines as well as catering companies. We try to. We don't yet, but we try to maintain our focus on our current customers, and we try to do a great job with them and build those guys out until we're able to scale, which is why we're using $100,000 until we're able to fully scale to reach another step. We are going to try to stay completely focused and not distract ourselves by going after other markets just yet.
Well, thank you so much, Lawrence Charles. It truly has been a pleasure to see your business grow from strength to strength. Again, my name is Z. Scott. On behalf of the Valley Economic Development Corporation, I want to thank all of you for tuning in and listening. Before we close out this live pitch event, I just want to spur you to go to the video description and make sure you click on that link, netcapital.com/company/Charles. Make sure you get your shares. I believe the minimum is $99, which is about 456 shares. I believe that's the number. But feel
I'll
free.
let them do the math.
Feel free to get more than just $99 worth. I know I got me personally. I've just been so impressed and so excited to see how hard Lawrence Charles is working, and working with him with the Valley Economic Development Corporation. I definitely understand that it's so hard for entrepreneurs, and that is why I want to also urge you entrepreneurs that are watching to visit VEDC.org, where you can see our workshops and other resources that we have available for you to grow your business. You could be sitting here with me doing a live pitch event for your Kiva campaign or for your equity raise. And so definitely please visit our website at VEDC.org. If you want to email me personally and to get a needs assessment, you can email me at zscott@VEDC.org. Again, that's the letter Z, SCOTT, @VEDC.org. And last but not least, this is Black History Month, and the Valley Economic Development Corporation's Women's Business Center is having a fabulous celebration on Tuesday, February 26th from 9 to 11:30 a.m. That's located at 5121 Van Nuys Boulevard on the 3rd floor in Sherman Oaks, California. Please make sure you mark that on your calendar. Again, we're celebrating Black History Month here at the Valley Economic Development Corporation on Tuesday, February 26, 2019, from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., located at 5121 Van Nuys Boulevard on the 3rd floor in Sherman Oaks. If you have any questions at all, please visit VEDC.org and also our social media as well. Again, I want to say congratulations on all your hard work. Your perseverance is definitely an inspiration to me personally, and the VEDC as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.